Let's look at another example. The letters of the word cabin are rearranged at random. What is the theoretical probability that one arrangement chosen at random will begin and end with a vowel? Well, all right, we want to think about this. We got 5 different letters, so we're going to figure out how many different ways could those 5 letters be arranged, and then we want to know how many of those arrangements begin and end with a vowel. So let's think about the possible outcomes. Possible outcomes are pretty simple. In this case, none of the letters repeat. So we have 5 things. We're going to arrange them, and we're going to arrange all 5 of them. So we know we have 5p5 as the possible outcomes. We know that's equal to 5 factorial, which is 120. So there's 120 different arrangements of the letters in the word cabin. Now we want to go on to successes, and we'll take the ratio of the 2 for our probability. Well, if we think about the successes, let's think about it this way first. We have 5 letters to fill, and we know the first one needs to be a vowel, and the last one needs to be a vowel. But there are only 2 vowels in the word, which means all the rest have to be consonants, right? So in my first slot, I need a vowel to be successful. Well, there's 2 possible ways I could draw a vowel, A or B, I. And I also need a vowel in my last spot. Once I've taken one for the first spot, there's only one left for the second spot, or the last spot in the word. Then for the consonants, same idea. Once I've drawn a vowel for the first letter, I have 3 consonants available for the second letter. Once I draw that consonant, I have 2 consonants left for the third letter. And once I draw that one, I have 1 consonant left for the last consonant for the 4th letter in the word. Okay, so this would be my number of possible successes. I could multiply that all together, and I'd get 12. Another way to think about this, successes here, is to say, well, really, I have 2 spots available for vowels, and I have 2 vowels to fill them, and each different arrangement of vowels is a different success. That is to say, if I have A in the first spot and I in the second spot, that's a different version of success from I in the first spot and A in the last spot. So since we're talking about arrangements, there's 2 different ways of arranging my vowels, and that would be successful, right? And so I have 2 vowels that have to be arranged into 2 spots on the board. Okay, I have 2 vowels. I have to take 2 of them and arrange them into 2 spots. So that would be 2p2. That's how I can arrange the different ways of arranging my vowels successfully. Similarly, I have 3 spots available for the consonants, and so I'm going to take the remaining 3 consonants, and all of the different arrangements where those 3 are in the middle are successful. So I'm going to arrange 3 consonants into 3 spots, and all the different arrangements would still count as successes. So these are the number of ways I could arrange the vowels. These are the number of ways I could arrange the consonants, and I can multiply them all together. 2p2 is 2 factorial, 3p3 is 3 factorial. That's 2 times 3 times 2, which is 6. 2 times 6 is 12. So we get the same thing. And so it can be a little tricky here to think about the different ways of presenting this, but using the permutations here is probably not necessary in this case because it's relatively simple and short to just lay out the 5 possibilities. But if we had, say, 100 letters that we were trying to arrange, we would definitely want to use the permutations to help expedite that computation, make it go a lot faster. So both of these are good ways of thinking about it, but probably this bottom one is the more generalizable way of computing when you get into larger values. Regardless, the number of successes is 12, so our probability of starting and ending with a vowel, start and end with a vowel, is equal to the number of successful arrangements we saw is 12, divided by the number of possible arrangements, which is 120. So the probability of vowels, first and last vowel, is 1/10, or as a decimal, 0.1. All right, in the next video, oh my goodness, losing control. In the next video, we'll look at here at another example, and then I'll let you go to it on the homework.